What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are just days away from the release of The Boys Season 5, Episode 7, dropping this Wednesday, May 13th, 2026, and the internet is absolutely in shambles over the leaks that have just surfaced. Spoiler alert, I'm warning you right now, if you are not ready for the heaviest, most heartbreaking, and most game-changing episode in the history of this show, click away now. Because the title of this episode is The Frenchman, the Female, and the Man Called Mother's Milk, and I can officially confirm that by the time the credits roll, the boys will never, ever be the same. Today, we are diving deep into the complete leaked plot for Episode 7. We are talking about the ultimate betrayal, the failure of the smartest person on Earth, a massacre at the White House, and a double sacrifice that will leave you absolutely speechless. Let's get right into it. The episode kicks off by resolving the massive cliffhanger regarding the V1 serum. For weeks, we've been speculating about Bombsight's base and the secret weapon hidden there. We knew Soldier Boy got his hands on the V1, and the entire fandom, along with Sister Sage, assumed we were heading for a father-son deathmatch. Sister Sage built her entire endgame around this. She is the smartest person on the planet, a purely logical being who calculated every possible move on the chessboard. She assumed that Soldier Boy's burning hatred for Homelander, the disappointment he felt for his quote-unquote weak offspring, would guarantee that Soldier Boy would keep the V1 for himself or use it to destroy his son. But Sister Sage made one fatal flaw. She forgot to account for human emotion. Logic cannot predict the irrational depths of twisted love and grief. Instead of fighting, Soldier Boy and Homelander have a sit-down that shifts the entire balance of power in the boys' universe. Soldier Boy actually hands the V1 serum over to Homelander, and the reason why is deeply rooted in the lore of the show and incredibly messed up.
You know, Clara used to say that I was the strongest soup alive, but she was wrong. She hadn't met you yet.
It all comes back to Clara, who we know in the show as Stormfront. Both Soldier Boy and Homelander shared a deep, twisted romantic connection with her across different decades. As they talk, Soldier Boy reflects on what Clara actually wanted. Her entire Nazi ideology, her ultimate dream, was the creation of a supreme, god-level soup who could rule the world with an iron fist. Soldier Boy realizes that he is a relic of the past, but Homelander is the culmination of Clara's life's work. In a twisted act of honoring the woman they both loved, Soldier Boy gives Homelander the V1, believing this is exactly what Clara would have wanted. Homelander injects the V1, and the results are catastrophic for our heroes. We already learned earlier in the season that Butcher's Supe-killing virus was completely useless against Soldier Boy because the V1 in his blood neutralized it. Now, Homelander has that exact same immunity. He is no longer just the most powerful soup on Earth. He is genuinely unkillable. The one silver bullet Butcher has been sacrificing his soul to create is now completely useless against the main target. And Homelander knows it. The moment that V1 hits his system and he realizes he is truly untouchable, something snaps. Whatever tiny shred of restraint or fear of consequences he had left evaporates. This leads us directly into the horrifying payoff to the Episode 5 trailer. With his new god-level status, Homelander bypasses all the PR, all the political maneuvering, and goes straight to the White House. He isn't there to influence the president. He is there to replace him. The leaks confirm that Homelander slaughters the Secret Service and brutally murders President Calhoun. We are going to see Homelander standing in the Oval Office, drenched in blood, effectively staging a one-man coup of the United States government. He is now the dictator of America, using the White House as his personal fortress. The sheer terror of this sequence cannot be overstated. Homelander has won the political game by flipping the board over and murdering the players. Meanwhile, Sister Sage is in panic mode. Her flawless plan is in ruins. Homelander is a rogue god, and he is actively hunting down the remaining members of the boys.
I don't understand. He wasn't supposed to. It's impossible.
Using his enhanced V1 senses and immense resources, he manages to locate their secret hideout. Knowing Homelander is coming and that they have absolutely no way to kill him, Sage is forced to improvise a desperate, horrific compromise. She is brilliant, so she uses her knowledge of soup biology to forcibly upgrade Kimiko's powers. Sage manipulates Kimiko's physiology to mimic the radioactive chest blast that Soldier Boy uses to fry the compound V out of other soups. It's a genius idea on paper, but there is a massive catch. Kimiko's body wasn't built for that kind of energy output. Her blast is a bootleg version. It's simply not as powerful as Soldier Boy, and they have no idea if it will actually strip Homelander of his powers.
Before they can even properly prepare, Homelander crashes into the hideout. The tension in this scene is described as suffocating. The boys are trapped in a confined space with a literal god who wants them all dead. They need time for Kimiko to charge up this untested, highly volatile new power. This brings us to the most heartbreaking moment of the entire series, perfectly tying into the title, The Frenchman. Frenchie looks at Kimiko, the absolute love of his life, and he knows what he has to do.
Neither of us wants to die, but
I'm sorry. I hadn't,
it's okay. We're both willing to do it anyway.
To buy her the seconds she needs, Frenchie steps directly into Homelander's path. A completely powerless human, armed with nothing but desperate courage, deliberately drawing the attention of an unhinged, indestructible monster. He distracts Homelander, taunting him, doing whatever it takes to keep those laser eyes away from Kimiko. And Homelander slaughters him. It is fast, it is brutal, and it is absolute nightmare fuel. Frenchie sacrifices himself, dying right in front of the team. But his death is not in vain. That brief, agonizing window of time is all Kimiko needs, fueled by the sheer, unadulterated rage of watching the man she loves get ripped apart. Kimiko unleashes the modified chest blast at point-blank range. The blast hits Homelander dead center. The energy surges through him, but as Sage feared, Kimiko's power output wasn't strong enough to completely fry the original compound V out of his system. Homelander does not lose his powers. He is still flying, he is still incredibly strong, and he is still furious. However, the blast does exactly one crucial thing. It generates enough radioactive heat to completely incinerate the V1 serum right out of his bloodstream. Homelander's immunity to the virus is gone. But in that moment, he doesn't know that. All he knows is that this pest just blasted him. In a blind rage, Homelander lunges at Kimiko and physically tears her apart. The female goes down swinging, dying alongside Frenchie, in a scene that will leave the entire fandom in tears. But this is where The Boys delivers its final, jaw-dropping twist of the episode. Homelander stands there, covered in Kimiko's blood, thinking he has just exterminated two of his biggest headaches. But Butcher, Sage, and Frenchie knew the blast wouldn't be enough. They knew whoever fired it was likely going to die. Kimiko was a Trojan horse. Before Homelander arrived, they had pumped Kimiko's body absolutely full of the highly concentrated Supe-killing virus. By ripping her apart and bathing in her blood, Homelander unwittingly exposes himself to massive amounts of the contagion. Without the V1 in his system to protect him, the virus immediately takes hold. The episode ends with a chilling realization. Homelander has taken the White House. He has murdered Frenchie and Kimiko. He stands victorious as the supreme ruler of America. But as the camera closes in on him, we see the first physical signs of the infection. He is coughing. He is bleeding black blood. He is finally dying. Episode 7 sets up a finale that is going to be a pure, unadulterated bloodbath. Homelander is a cornered, dying animal with the entire United States military at his disposal, and Butcher now has nothing left to lose. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you ready to say goodbye to Frenchie and Kimiko? Did Sister Sage's arrogance doom them all?
Or was this the only way to finally put an end to Homelander? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and make sure you are subscribed, because I will be breaking down the Season 5 finale the second it drops.